Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
Everyone tries to be an expert on everything.
man.
Anything happens, they're an expert on economics, geopolitics,
Oh my gosh.
filmmaking,
I watch
artificial intelligence, finance.
I try to watch podcasts and they talk about like economics. Like they're like when like China is
China
using their yen, their currency as the main currency.
Yen is Japanese.
Or what's it called? Not yen, but young or something like that.
Something like that. I've seen the currency before.
Yeah. But instead of the American dollar, and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, America's going down." And I'm like, people don't know what they're talking about. It's like conspiracy theories.
And there's some validity to it.
Yeah,
it does undercut the currency itself.
Yeah,
so that's one thing. That's when they took it off the gold standard. The thing that kind of fucked it was there was nothing backing it. But then when it became the oil, the currency, the official currency for buying and selling oil, it helped back it.
Yeah, I was reading articles.
But if they can just go back to the gold standard, I think.
Yeah, I was reading articles about
I don't know. I'm at least going to admit I am not an expert in economics.
I was reading an article about this. And it is an important thing that this is happening. Yeah, go.
Did you read the article or just the headline?
No, I was reading articles.
Oh,
like the full articles.
Okay. Because I love when people say that. Like, oh, I read an article. And it's like, how far did you get? I read the headline and the first paragraph.
I read 2 articles. I didn't read more. So this is information from 2 articles.
Hell yeah.
But they were saying like it is an important thing that this is happening. Like people should know about it. But in order for the American currency and like our society to go down, like to a bad place, it's gonna be World War III. Like we don't have other shit to worry about, not our currency, if that ever happens. And I think people are like, I see people on my like timeline, like everywhere, they're like, America's going down, invest your money in something else, your dollars change your currency. I'm like, y'all need to relax. If that's gonna happen, it's gonna be way other and more important shit that we need to focus on instead of the currency.
Are you still on Forex Twitter or something? Goddamn. I didn't see that shit at all.
Yeah, I saw it because people were making it like a huge thing, which it is an important thing that is happening. But you got to understand, after World War II, America, we controlled like the world currency. Like most of the countries used our shit. So like, I think it's still like, I forgot the percentage, so don't quote me, and I might sound dumb, but we still have like not control, but like our currency is still like 80%, 87 or some percent of the world's like currency, like in other countries. Like people, they still use the US dollar. And like, since China is doing this, I think they're controlling like a little bit more, like 3% or something like that. So we still have a huge...
I saw a completely different graph.
What'd you see?
It was like somewhere between like 50 and 66%.
Honestly, I think I messed
and
up
I think the
numbers.
Chinese, I can't remember. I've literally seen held the currency before. I think it's the Mon. I can't remember.
I thought it started with Y.
No, because Japanese starts with
I know Japanese is yin,
which is interesting because you don't say yin.
Yin.
It's N. When you actually pronounce it, it's N.
Yeah. Chinese is yon.
Yon.
Y-U-A-N.
I mean, it's probably not even how you pronounce it because Chinese pronunciation makes no sense to us based on how it's spelled in the Latin alphabet. I think it was like, I think they have like a 25% or something like that, and then everyone else's currency. Well, no. It's because I forgot about the fucking euro. The euro has a lot too. I think it was like 50%. No, it was less than 50%. It was like 45% for the U.S. currency. It was like another big chunk for the euro, and the yuan, whatever it was like the next big chunk, and then everyone else was yeah. Because you forget the euro is fucking big too. Yeah, the euro is actually worth more than our currency.
Yeah, that's true. But we have an ally.
We have a what?
We're allies with them.
Yeah.
So that's not going to be a big...
the main concern, of course, is World War III.
Yeah.
But I guess some people's concern is like this is another step toward it.
Yeah, I definitely see steps toward that, but it's going to be years from now if that happens. But I can definitely seeing it happen a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where to go if it does happen. I'm trying to run away.
I don't know.
I don't want to get bombed.
What other country's going to be safe? I feel like, if anything, America's probably the safest. Like what? Like where else would you go?
Uh,
That's why I don't know if you remember, but we were talking about like what to do with like the U.S. budget and how we're spending so much on military. And I was like, here, I don't know if you said that, but people were saying like we should take some of the military budget and put it into other parts of society. And I was like hesitant about that because I'm like, I don't know about the military budget because I feel like we need to be a step ahead of every other country by far because shit like this is going to happen and we need to make sure we're ready.
we need to invent like another dimension we can just walk into when it happens.
Yeah. The fourth dimension. We need a fourth.
Also known as this podcast.
Yeah, you're listening here. I know you seem like you're in another dimension when you're listening here. We're
that was a horrible sell right there.
We're euphoric.
Euphoric.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
No, we're euphoric.
No, I think this is a bad trip. This is a nightmare.
Yeah, honestly, this is a horrible trip. Yeah. Have you seen anything about the China not using the US dollar anymore?
Mm.
Yeah. I've seen a little bit
I
of
try
it.
to ignore everything.
We have a podcast.
I just don't want to be worried about shit. I just don't want anything that like affects my mood.
I feel you.
I just want to be like either happy or zen.
No, I feel you. I feel you.
It's like I don't want to deal with this shit anymore.
I feel you.
I won't have this podcast of you trying to explain the world to me.
I'm sounding dumb trying to explain this.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Because I mean, most of the people that talk about this shit don't know anything more anyways.
Yeah, that's
they
very
just
true.
are able to articulate it.
That's very true.
Anything else blowing up in the world?
What else? I feel like there's something else. I don't know. I just be seeing memes.
Is Russia Ukraine still a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's still going on.
Update the people.
Oh yeah, Russia is like helping China. I think they're having like
Yeah, they're part of that.